Hoarding horror, who's to blame? The big focus on 5 Live. And we will be taking names, we will be naming and shaming, and we will seek accountability for the 14 deaths that have taken place in that hoarding collapse in Mumbai. I'm Shiv, this is 5 Live. The headlines first. 48 hours since Aam Aadmi Party MP Swati Maliwal's alleged assault, and no action yet against accused attacker, the Chief Minister's PA Bhavesh Kumar. Sanjay Singh and Delhi Commission for Women member meet Maliwal at her home, but total silence from her. India Alliance allies Mallikarjun Kharge and Akhilesh Yadav duck questions on Swati Maliwal assault. India Today reporter manhandled. BJP slams Chief Minister Kejriwal's silence.
मंत्री की आवाज
तो स्वाति मालीवाल पे कहेंगे, स्वाति मालीवाल को लेकर के चुप कर माउंटेन डाउन का अपने अखिलेश यादव है सीधे तौर पर का दावा कर रहे हैं।
अरे भाई आ जाओ ना,
जाने तो दो।
Big fight over Prime Minister Modi's 400 par war cry. Mamata Banerjee predicts clean sweep for India bloc. Assam Chief Minister and Union Mantri Giriraj promise more mandirs after BJP's victory.
जब हमारा 300 सीट था, हमने राम मंदिर बनाया। अभी हमारा 400 सीट होगा, मथुरा में भी कृष्ण जन्मभूमि बनेगा।
Amid escalating protests in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir over rising inflation and taxes, External Affairs Minister reiterates that POK will always be a part of India. First set of Indian citizenship certificates handed over to 14 refugees under the CAA. Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla gives out certificates in Delhi. Names that nobody has taken until now. Sachin Mahesh Kumar Yadav, 23 years old, petrol pump employee. Purnish Jadhav, 50 years old, tourist cab driver. Dilip Paswan, 34 years old, auto rickshaw driver. Bashir Ahmed, 52 years old, taxi driver. Fahim Khalil Khan, 22 years old, waiter in a catering service company. Hansnath Gupta, 71 years old, senior citizen who was at the petrol pump. Satish Singh, 52 years old, taxi driver. Dinesh Kumar Jaiswal, 44 years old, tailor by profession. Chandramani Prajapati, 45 years old, auto rickshaw driver. Mohammad Akram, 48 years old, auto rickshaw driver. Bharat Rathore, 24 years old, delivery executive. 3 dead bodies don't have names yet, and they remain nameless even at this time. 14 people, viewer, dead when a giant hoarding snapped in Mumbai's dust storm last week and came crashing down on a large petrol pump in the Ghatkopar area. As you may have already guessed, nobody rich or influential was killed by the hoarding. I've just taken most of those names. All 14, as you just heard, were ordinary, low-income citizens. Their death warrants written by India's wealthiest municipal corporation, Mumbai's Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, or BMC. Now, it's understandable to feel anger and helplessness at perceived negligence and civic apathy of state bodies. But I want to say without any emotion today on India Today that what happened to those 14 people whose names you've just heard for the first time was homicide. It was murder. While the BMC, the Shinde government, the collector's office and government railway police all indulge in finger pointing and shameless blame shifting, let's be clear about one thing. The BMC has blood on its hands this week. The blood of 14 people, many of whom were the sole breadwinners of their families. Let me spit out some facts for you, viewer, and if you can then decide if I'm being emotional by calling this homicide and murder. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation currently controls 1,025 authorized hoardings across the city of Mumbai, earning a sweet 100 crore rupees just from the licensing fees for these structures. But that's a bit of a joke, isn't it? Considering that the hoarding, the billboard that collapsed, wasn't just illegal, it was the biggest hoarding in the city and country, big enough for it to be acknowledged in the Limca Book of Records last year. In other words, there is literally zero chance that the BMC or any other state organization in Maharashtra wasn't aware of this hoarding, autonomous or state body. For them to now cry that they had never authorized it smacks not of incompetence, but in my view, complicity in what has ended up in the death of 14 innocent people. The BMC says its authorization was not sought when the government railway police intended to erect this hoarding on its land, and that courts permitted the latter to proceed with what was in effect an illegal structure. So while the BMC now cries that it is helpless and that the matter is pending in the Supreme Court, can it really fully dodge the perception that it hasn't done enough to stop this hoarding from being built in the first place? If the biggest, most imposing hoarding in the city was illegal, I ask you, viewer, to join me in wondering how many illegal hoardings are out there right now in Mumbai. How many that the BMC is aware about, and how many it has excuses ready for, should they be similarly uprooted in the next dust storm that hits the city, only to come crashing down almost definitely on the city's poor. The BMC may use all the muscle it has to shift blame today and pretend to have been helpless in the face of this tragedy. But the open secret, the dirty secret in Mumbai, viewer, is that no contracts, forget about constructions of such hoardings, are even possible without rigorous approvals, no objection certificates and authorization letters from the BMC. Whichever other organizations and departments are required to weigh in or greenlight such projects, the BMC has the final say. Without the BMC, such a structure can literally not be built. In other words, the BMC did nothing while this hoarding was being erected, did nothing for the entire lifespan of this illegal hoarding. It claims to have taken some action and issued notices, and it now wants the city and the families of these 14 people to believe that it cannot be blamed for what happened. In a cruel joke to the families of the dead, the BMC has now ordered the company that owns the hoardings to demolish 8 other hoardings in the area, which means there were 9 illegal hoardings in this area, and the BMC did nothing. Now it says that they are not authorized. In other words, the BMC was busy at that time not taking action, and now it is reminding the people of Mumbai that despite being flush with funds and resources, despite being the most well-staffed and stocked municipal corporation in the country, the BMC will only act when people die. Until then, the BMC will play innocent, flash notices it has sent in the past to the culprits, and pretend like it has had no powers whatsoever to act against those who built these unauthorized structures, including this huge, enormous hoarding that crashed down on 14 innocents. And remember, there are over 50 people who are injured and battling for their lives as well. From hoardings to unauthorized buildings to unlicensed constructions, the mafia of corruption, collusion, complicity and incompetence has proven once again that what was once one of India's most beautiful cities can perhaps never be rescued.
2 days after a billboard fell on a fuel station in Mumbai's Ghatkopar area and killed 14 people, the BMC is yet to act on illegal hoardings. Search and rescue efforts are underway, where the 120 by 120 feet billboard was stopped by a dust storm on Monday. Rescue teams are treading cautiously to avoid any sparks near the petrol pump. They fear people could still be trapped in the debris.
रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन अगर हम लोग ये मलबा हटाने की बात करें, ग्रीडर्स हटाने की बात करें, तो उसको बहुत और समय लगेगा, क्योंकि उसके लिए हम लोग कटिंग इक्विपमेंट यूज़ नहीं कर पा रहे। पूरी जो हम लोग फ्री फ्लो में यूज़ करते हैं वो पूरी तरीके से हम लोग यूज़ नहीं कर पा रहे। एक बार छोटी सी आग भी लग गई है, तो हम लोग अभी थोड़ा सा और ज़्यादा कॉशियस हैं।
The BMC has promised to crack down on illegal hoardings in the city, but the agency has woken up after the disaster struck. The BMC has declared that Ghatkopar billboard is illegal and issued a notice to Ego Media, which put up the hoarding.
महापालिकेची परवानगी म्हणजे परवाना घेण्यात आलेला नाही अशा सर्व होर्डिंगवरती कार्यवाही करण्याचा निर्णय घेतलेला आहे. मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी देखील त्या पद्धतीचे आदेश दिलेले आहेत आणि ती कारवाई आज आमची सुरू होती आहे.
A case has been registered against Bhavesh Bhide, the owner of Ego Media, who's currently absconding. The BJP has mounted an attack on Shiv Sena over the illegal hoarding.
उसको होल्डिंग का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 7/12/2021 को दिया गया. होल्डिंग बनाने थे इतने इस साइज के बनाए गए. यहाँ पर जो 14 लोगों का मृत्यु हुआ उसके लिए उद्धव ठाकरे, संजय राउत के भाई सुनील राउत जिम्मेदार है.
मुंबई महानगर पालिका में अब शिवसेना नहीं है, सत्ता बीजेपी की है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर बीजेपी का है 3 साल से. जो हुआ है उसके लिए जिम्मेदार बीजेपी है, किसी पार्टी का नाम नहीं लेना चाहिए.
Among those who lost lives in the Ghatkopar tragedy were petrol pump staff, an engineer and an auto rickshaw driver whose lives were tragically cut short in a matter of moments. Mumbaikars have once again paid a heavy price for the government's apathy. With Vidya and Saurav Vaktania in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
So these are the big questions that I have to ask, and I'm sure all of my viewers also join me in asking these questions. Number one, the chief question everyone needs to ask right now: does the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation have the blood of 14 citizens on its hands? Why is this red flag being raised that was raised months ago? Why was it ignored? What is the use of this red flag if it was raised by the country's richest municipal corporation and plainly ignored by all the stakeholders? Why has there been no Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation action despite 3 notices that have gone ignored by the parties that built this hoarding? Is there a criminal collusion? This is a rhetorical question because the answer is obviously yes. Is there criminal collusion of Neta, Babus and the advertising mafia? The answer to that question is a redoubtable yes. Was the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation blind to open safety norms breach? The rhetorical answer to all of these questions is of course yes, but we will get into greater details because Saurav Vaktania is live with me. He's my colleague. He's at the incident site in Ghatkopar in Mumbai. All eyes will be on Ghatkopar today, Saurabh, not only because of the tragedy. The Prime Minister is going to be there a little later, but Ghatkopar is in the headlines not for that. It's because of the deaths of 14 people. All we have really seen is the shameful finger pointing that has been taking place between the BMC, the government, railway police, and other agencies. The investigation is on. Who is to blame? Who is to blame? Do we have an answer to that question now?
Well, Shiv, like every season in Mumbai, there is nobody to blame because nobody is ready to take responsibility. Just passing the bucket is going on. Now, first of all, look at this particular place right now. Over 48 hours have passed, Shiv. This is such a tragedy. Let me show you the visuals over here. I'll ask my camera person Manda to show you the visuals over here. 48 hours have passed, but right now, the debris over the structure over here could not be removed because they cannot use the guest cutters over here. Now, just look at the tragedy, what I'm going to tell you now, Shiv. There is a couple who was here in Mumbai from outside. They were over here to fill petrol at this petrol pump. Both the couple in the Scorpio car are right now in the debris over here. The family members are continuously crying. They are inconsolable. The NDRF officials are telling us that, both the couples cannot be removed at the moment because there is no space and the gas cutters cannot be used. Till last night, there was upper and deeper. The lights of the Scorpio car was on. The mobile phones of the couple are still on. But we don't know whether they are alive or not. Time is already running out for them, Shiv. Because NDRF officials see right now they are even wearing the mask, and such is the situation that just over here, Shiv, this is the Scorpio car from where both couples are actually trapped inside. Now we have questioned everyone. BMC is saying that this is the GRP land and GRP Commissioner Kaisar Khalid. We want to name this person. He was the GRP Police Commissioner in 2021 December. It was Kaisar Khalid, the Commissioner of GRP, who had given to erect this particular hoarding. Now, whether this IPS officer, a senior IPS officer, didn't have the knowledge that the BMC does not give the permission beyond 40 by 40 hoarding, no. this cannot be digested. And even then, Shiv, this hoarding was here for past very long time. So was the local ward officer and the BMC official were not aware about this? This cannot be digested. This as well. Here is 120 by 120 hoarding. Just look at beside this particular area, Shiv. There are 3 more huge hoardings. Now these are 80 by 80 feet huge hoardings. These again are completely illegal. So I don't understand. This is the busy area in the middle of Mumbai, just beside the Eastern Express Highway. And just very next to it, there's a BMC ward office, and everyone was not aware about this. So no responsibility has been taken. They are saying that inquiry is on, and you very well know, Shiv, that when this inquiry will get over. For the moment, the people who are still trapped inside, Shiv, for them time is running out. 48 hours have already passed. The officials are selling.
I just want to put a picture on our screens right now of Bhavesh Bhide. He's the owner and proprietor of a company called Ego Media Pvt Ltd, which is the company that built this hoarding. Now, nothing should be inferred from this image. Remember that, corporates and people meet all kinds of politicians, so this has nothing to do with any implications. The BJP, of course, is making this picture very, very political and saying that this man is close to Uddhav Thackeray. That's not what we are saying. It's only a picture indicating who this man is. But taking off from what Saurabh has just brought to our attention as far as the situation on the ground is, I just want to give you a sense of what maximum city, maximum negligence has really looked like under the gaze of the Mumbai Municipal Corporation. In 2017, the Elphinstone station stampede, everyone remembers that 23 people were killed in that particular incident because of the overcrowded footbridge. In 2017, the Kamala Mills fire at a restaurant running without proper licenses, 14 people died. That was in Lower Parel. 2017, in the same area where this hoarding collapsed, Ghatkopar, a building collapsed in the area due to illegal alterations. 17 people were killed in that. 2017, in Andheri, suburban Mumbai, bridge collapsed, part of the bridge above a railway track. 5 people were injured. 2019, the Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus bridge collapsed, foot-over bridge collapsed near the CST station. 6 people were killed. 2021, Chembur wall collapse, 17 people were killed. So whether it is lack of licenses, illegal constructions, lack of authorizations, known NOCs, etc., this kind of thing has continued and become a part of the DNA of the BMC. But let's talk about Bhavesh Bhide for a second. Ritvik Bhalekar is also live with us from Mumbai. Ritvik, where is this Bhavesh Bhide character? There are pictures of him. I don't want to get into the politics of it. I'm sure he knew all politicians very well. But what is the police saying? Where is he? He's on the run. He's evading the law. The police are looking for him. What's going on?
Very rightly pointed out by you, Shiv, that this is not an isolated incident which has happened in Mumbai. It was just a dust storm and a sprinkle of a rain, and a big hoarding, a big billboard came crashing down, killing nearly 14 people and several injured till now. But still, the owner of the ad agency and accused Bhavesh Bhinde is on the run. Not just him alone, but he is on the run with his family members, so that police can nab no one and get hold of him and track where he is right now. But as the police version goes, they are still on the search. But very interestingly, what we are witnessing here right now is most of the police force of Ghatkopar police station has been deployed for the bandobast of PM Modi, who has conducted a huge road show just few kilometers away from where this incident has happened. Also, the rescue operation is going on right on the spot, and there are several people and cars which are still trapped inside. Still, police is giving the same statement that they are.
Ritvik, do we know how many people are still trapped? Are there a large number of people who are still trapped?
It has been estimated that nearly hundreds of people are trapped inside because it was raining that time and people came running for the shelter. They came under the roof of that petrol pump, and that was the moment when this huge billboard came crashing down.
Okay, Ritvik, stay with me. I also want to tell our viewers a little bit about the BMC and who runs the BMC. The BMC, of course, is not run by the government itself, but that does not take the blame away from the Shinde government government in Mumbai. Bhushan Gagrani is the BMC commissioner. He's the top dog. He's the man who runs this civic body, India's richest municipal corporation. There is the term of corporators and mayors expired in 2022. BMC election dates have yet to be announced. That has gone into its own political cycle. It is the longest period of vacancy of corporators and the mayor in the 150-year history of the BMC. Currently, the BMC is solely run by the administrators. The state government can only make recommendations to the BMC at this point of time. So, Mustafa, I want to bring you in as well. You know, while the rescue effort continues, 14 people have died, 3 people are yet to be identified among the dead. The BMC has been pointing fingers directly at the government railway police. You know, how does the BMC get off the hook? You know, they're saying they issued notices, etc. But the truth is, such a thing cannot happen without the BMC's knowledge and, you know, and its authorization. How could this have happened?
That's true, Shiv. If you look at Mumbai's infrastructure, everybody is out to milk money out of it, and illegal hoardings is the part of same racket. Hoardings of more than 40 by 40 square feet is not allowed, but still on the highway in the open, this was 120 by 120, and there are 3 more hoardings which are 80 by 80. Everybody knew that this is outright illegal, but giving notices help that Bhavesh, the person accused will then pay you, and then you keep quiet, and then somebody else is complained, and then again you give a notice. An incident like this happens, the BMC can come out and say that we had done our part, our job, which was to give notice. The GRP had given them permission.
Okay.
The GRP will say, I was not the commissioner. The earlier commissioner had given the permission, but we have started an inquiry as to what happened. But be it tree collapse incident, be it river cleaning incidents, Mumbai has gone through all of this. That the infrastructure has been badly abused. It has, there is no accountability, and after the incidents happen, the BMC comes out with solutions, comes out with policies, and remember, this is not only the collapse incident. Everybody has seen the visuals of Thane's railway station where the crowd was unimaginable, and it was always like a stampede-like situation. So one dust storm. It was hoarding, obviously was one incident, but how the Mumbai's infrastructure is always ready to be on the brink of collapse, given a minor tragedy, says a lot about the city infrastructure and management. Back to you.
It's an incredible commentary on the BMC. It's an incredible commentary on the state authorities, on the government railway police, and everyone in between, that the rescue operation is still being conducted, and the people who are responsible for it, not a single head is rolled. I want to leave our viewers with one thought as I thank my reporters for joining me on this. Imagine if someone rich in a Lamborghini or an Aston Martin or a Ferrari was among those who was either injured or killed in this collapse. Just imagine the kind of accountability that would have been required. And that's the reason why I want to end with these nameless, innocent Indians. Sachin Mahadev Kumar Yadav, 23 years old petrol pump employee. Purnish Jadhav, 50 years old, tourist cab driver. Dilip Paswan, 34 years old, auto rickshaw driver. Bashir Ahmed, 52 years old, taxi driver. Fahim Khalil Khal, 22 years old, catering service waiter. Hansnath Gupta, 71 years old, senior citizen. Satish Singh, 52 years old, taxi driver. Dinesh Kumar Jaiswal, 44 years old, tailor by profession. Chandramani Prajapati, 45 years old, auto rickshaw driver. Mohammad Akram, 48 years old, auto rickshaw driver. Bharat Rathore, age 24, delivery executive. And the 3 bodies that are still to be identified. My deepest condolences to the families of these 14 people who've lost their lives, and our prayers with the families who are waiting for news of those who are still trapped and still being treated in hospitals. This is a promise we give you here on India Today. We will see this story till the end and justice is delivered. Thank you very much for watching our first segment here on 5 Live. Coming up on the other side, another big demand from justice, this time from Karnataka. Prajwal Revanna, sitting MP from Hassan of the JDS, has been holidaying abroad for 17 days now. Is he coming back to answer the charges against him, including of rape and abduction and molestation and harassment and abuse? We'll tell you on the other side.
गेम रिकॉर्ड कोई तोड़ ही नहीं पाता।
एक बार में तोड़ दूंगा।
So smooth, yeah. Time up. Get your own.
Moto G64 5G. Unleash the beast.
सुप्रीम के 9000 से भी ज्यादा प्लम्बिंग एंड ड्रेनेज प्रोडक्ट्स और वाटर टैंक्स बने हैं क्वालिटी रॉ मटेरियल्स एंड इनोवेटिव डिजाइन से। सुप्रीम टोटल पाइपिंग सॉल्यूशन, जीवन भर का साथ।
India cools down in 10 seconds with Hexa Inverter, heavy duty air conditioner. Higher, more creation, more possibilities.
आप किस एज में रिटायर हुए थे?
39।
सोच रहा था काश मेरी भी रिटायर्ड लाइफ आप जैसी हो।
उसके लिए मैदान में उतरना पड़ेगा।
उतरूंगा ना सर।
अरे भाई यहाँ नहीं, म्यूचुअल फंड्स के मैदान में।
म्यूचुअल फंड्स?
हर महीने इन्वेस्ट करो, फ्यूचर की तैयारी करो।
करोड़ों लोग इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं और देश के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।
सही है सर।
तो आ जाओ मैदान में।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
घर रुंगटा स्टील से बनाया होता तो रईस यहाँ से नहीं आ पाता। रुंगटा स्टील का यही कमाल, एक बार लगे चले सालों साल। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार, एकदम सॉलिड।
Come on, let's call him. थोड़ा
तुमने तो कुछ भी नहीं किया, लेकिन मैं इतने 80 करोड़ लोगों को खाना, आप 5 किलो दे रहे हैं ना। हम गठबंधन की सरकार अगर आएगी, हम 10 केजी देंगे। 10 केजी पहले का जो भी है वो तो है, लेकिन 10 केजी हम देंगे। और ये गारंटी के साथ इसलिए कह रहा हूं कि हम जो करे हैं, अब कर्नाटक में हम किए और तेलंगाना में हमने किया, हम तो स्टेटों में किए। आगे देने वाले 5 केजी मैं दे रहा हूं और मैं उसको आगे देखूंगा, ऐसा कुछ बोल रहे हैं। तो ये जो है, जो कुछ हुआ, ये हमारे गारंटीज कहीं हम बोल के नहीं करें। हमारी जो गठबंधन है, ये गठबंधन बेरोजगारी के खिलाफ और जो कीमतें इतने ज्यादा हो गए हैं उसके खिलाफ लड़ रही है। और मैं पहले ही बोला, एक तरफ अमीर एक तरफ गरीब, इस जो डिफरेंस है, फर्क है, इसको मिटाने के लिए हम लोग एक होकर गरीबों की लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं।
तो आप बताओ, बिहार is your 40 seats. Last time you all won 39 out of 40. This time how many? Honest answer. This time everybody is saying कि थोड़ा तो down जाना है.
So you know what? I mean, I'm somebody who do a lot of research myself, and I work with a lot of data and statistics myself. So now when I'll say 40 out of 40, I mean, before you cross question me on that, I'll give you an answer why. Last time it was just three parties contesting together in 2019. It was BJP, it was Janata Dal United, and it was Lok Jan Shakti Party, three of us. This time we are five parties together. You know, we have two other parties which last time were with the opposition. We have Jitan Ram Manjhi ji and we have Upendra Kushwaha. So in terms of alliance, we are a bigger and a stronger alliance this time. And this makes me believe that that the one seat that we lost last time, that was Kishanganj, so we'll be winning that as well.
But the sense I get, Chirag, also is that this alliance is heavily dependent on Prime Minister Modi. He's your trump card. It's not about the Chief Minister, it's about the Prime Minister. Nitish Kumar is your weakness, Prime Minister Modi is your asset. Honest answer.
No, I mean,
smile kar diya
no, not at all.
You smile.
No, I smiled the way you said it. Definitely not. I mean, see, at least, yes, when you say that my Prime Minister is a trump card, we have a trump card at least. You know, on the other side, we have nobody.
They have Tejasvi Yadav. Tejasvi Yadav, like you, is a young leader who's pulling in the crowds. So they have Tejasvi Yadav, young Bihar leader.
Rajdeep, let's be very honest. You know, we are talking about Lok Sabha elections. You know, we are talking about the Prime Minister's post. You know, we are not talking about Bihar elections. You know, so you need to have a leader at the national level leading that alliance, which the so-called India alliance doesn't have one.
You yourself have been very critical of Nitish Kumar. You even took him on in the 2020 Bihar Assembly elections. Is he a liability now in terms of the fact that people now say, yeah, Nitish ji has made so many political U-turns, people don't trust him. And those 16 seats of Nitish Kumar, of JDU that you've given, are your weakness.
And I'm actually thinking whether I should smile at a point or not, because then you're going to be catching me on that as well. Whatever that you have said, honestly speaking, I don't agree to that. My Chief Minister has, I mean, debatable, less or more, but then he has made his own cadre, you know, he has made his own support group, and which is standing by him very, very, very strongly.
Rape and sex abuse accused Member of Parliament from Karnataka, Prajwal Revanna, has now been outside the country holidaying for 17 days since charges exploded against him in Karnataka's biggest story this year. It's D-Day for Prajwal Revanna today, even as the special investigation team has repeatedly asked him to appear before it in the sex abuse scandal probe. India Today has accessed a Munich-Bengaluru ticket on a Lufthansa Airlines flight that's scheduled to land post-midnight tonight. The ticket mentions that Prajwal Revanna could be a business class passenger. The ticket is believed to have been booked on the same day that Prajwal booked his ticket to Germany immediately after the elections. This was a day before an FIR was registered against him. Meanwhile, Karnataka's Home Minister G. Parameshwara has also reacted in addition to other leaders. The BJP has demanded a CBI takeover. Let me go across to India Today. Sagai Raj for a quick update on this. Sagai, 17 days holidaying abroad shamelessly while he has been summoned multiple times on a diplomatic passport for which he did not have political authorization. Is he coming back finally, this member of parliament?
Now, what we get to learn is he has actually not boarded or checked in this particular flight where he was supposed to come today to Bengaluru. And this particular flight, as you rightly pointed out, that it was being booked on the day he left from Bengaluru. There was up and down ticket which was being booked, and now after a political development in the state of Karnataka, it seems to be quite dangerous for him to visit or to return the state. And probably that is one of the reasons that there is no clue about him. And in fact, remember that he had put out a notice on social media saying that he needs 7 days of time because he is in Germany. It was a planned trip, and despite that he has not come back, and even his lawyers are not commenting anything about his return to the city of Bengaluru. So according to that particular letter, he was supposed to return last week, and if you see the return flight booking which has been done by him, and he should land tonight. But what we get to learn through our sources that he has not boarded the Lufthansa flight which was which has already been taken, which is en route to Bengaluru.
All right, Sagai, thanks very much for that. Supposed to be landing post midnight tonight, but he hasn't boarded the flight yet. Is he going to be away from the country longer? We'll keep you posted. Our eyes are fixed on this story that we had broken 17 days ago. That's it on 5 Live. Thanks for watching. Coming up next is Nikhil Naz with all the latest updates from the world of IPL and sports. Stay with us.
India cools down in 10 seconds with Hexa Inverter, heavy-duty air conditioner. Higher, more creation, more possibilities.
सुप्रीम के 9000 से भी ज्यादा प्लम्बिंग एंड ड्रेनेज प्रोडक्ट्स और वाटर टैंक्स बने हैं क्वालिटी रॉ मटेरियल्स एंड इनोवेटिव डिजाइन से। सुप्रीम टोटल पाइपिंग सोल्यूशन, जीवन भर का साथ।
सर, आप किस एज में रिटायर हुए थे?
39।
सोच रहा था काश मेरी भी रिटायर्ड लाइफ आप जैसी हो।
उसके लिए मैदान में उतरना पड़ेगा।
उतरूंगा ना सर।
अरे भाई यहाँ नहीं, म्यूचुअल फंड्स के मैदान में।
म्यूचुअल फंड्स?
हर महीने इन्वेस्ट करो, फ्यूचर की तैयारी करो।
करोड़ों लोग इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं और देश के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।
सही है सर।
तो आ जाओ मैदान में।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
A hoarding in Ghatkopar, built to be one of Asia's largest, fettered by the Limca Book of Records, came down crashing as a dust storm lashed Mumbai on Monday evening. It fell on the nearby petrol pump, trapping scores of people waiting to refill fuel. Many are dead and many more are receiving treatment at hospitals. A few like Indra Kumar Kevat were lucky to escape unharmed. His truck is under the mangled remains of the hoardings. The Maharashtra government has announced 5 lakh rupees in aid for the families of the deceased. What is shocking is how the hoarding so large, now admitted to be illegal, went unnoticed by civic agencies. A case of criminal negligence and culpable homicide not amounting to murder has been slapped against the owner of Ego Media Ad Agency, which put up the hoarding. He is also named as an accused in a rape case, and charge sheet has also been filed against him. In Bhide's election affidavit, which was filed in 2009, he listed 23 criminal cases against him. Sources tell India Today that Bhide's company has secured multiple railway and BMC contracts for hoardings and banners in the past decade. After the tragic incident in Ghatkopar, the BMC has started identifying illegal hoardings in Mumbai. 3 hoardings next to the one that collapsed have been identified as illegal. The BMC is preparing to remove them. As per BMC's data, it has issued permission to 1,025 hoardings, while Railways has issued permission to 179 hoardings in Mumbai. There are 1,204 licensed hoardings in all. This is not the first instance of apathy claiming lives in the maximum city. From Gokhale Bridge to Elphinstone to Ghatkopar, the civic agencies have let down the city many times. With Vidya in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
चुनाव में लॉन्चिंग बहुत जरूरी होती है। मैं तुमको ठीक से लॉन्च करवा दूंगा। चलो चलो 1 2 3 भागो भागो भाग 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 दौड़ो दौड़ो।
यस 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 यस, वाह भैया वाह। और मैं ये आसमान की ऊंचाइयों में हूँ। अरे अरे भैया, अरे 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 भैया, ये क्या हो रहा है भैया? लॉन्च कराओ भैया, जल्दी जल्दी लॉन्च कराओ भैया।
पैर ऊपर उठाओ तभी ठीक से लॉन्च होगा। पैर ऊपर उठाओ, ऊपर उठाओ,
सीधा सीधा सीधा, बस 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 बस। अरे नहीं भैया नहीं। अरे अंकल सैम अंकल सैम अंकल सैम अंकल सैम, कर दो रैम। लॉन्च नहीं करना भैया, लैंड करा दो भैया।
पैर ऊपर रहो, पैर ऊपर रहो, पैर करो, ऊपर करो, पैर ऊपर करो।
बस भैया बस, मैं पागल था जो तुम पर भरोसा किया भैया। अरे भैया सैम पिटरो था। इससे पहले तुम हमारी इज्जत उतारो, मुझे नीचे उतारो। लैंड कराओ भैया, लैंड कराओ, लैंड करा दो भैया। भागो भागो भैया, भागो 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 भैया।
9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. That's it.
Welcome back. Now the winds of change are starting to blow for Indian cricket team. The BCCI has started the process for what is being looked at by many as the change of guard in Indian cricket, which is expected to take place after the conclusion of the T20 World Cup. Now, amidst the hustle and bustle of the Indian Premier League, the BCCI has invited applications for the position of head coach for the Indian men's cricket team. Rahul Dravid, who is the current coach of the Indian team, got a rare 6-month extension for the head coach, but after spending nearly 2 years and 6 months with the Indian team, Dravid will part ways with the team. Hi, I'm Nikhil Naz, and in today's edition of Lights, Camera and Cricket, we look at the top 5 contenders who could replace Rahul Dravid at the helm, after it was reported that Dravid himself wasn't too keen to continue in this job. Okay, let's start then. The front runner at this point seems to be Kiwi international and current coach of the Chennai Super Kings, Stephen Fleming. Fleming has been associated with the franchise since the inaugural edition of the IPL and is widely credited for the enormous success that CSK have achieved in the last 17 seasons. Now, as per reports, the BCCI has in fact already touched base with Fleming. Besides all that he has achieved